What am I serving up this month here at Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends? Well, we start out with fatherhood. Denise Estelle and myself, we talk about her signature event, Honor Thy Father. It's coming up June 19th. Stand by because Denise is coming with details. And also at the table, Quanda R. She had the opportunity to speak with Esq Sharon Ranson, who ran for a judge seat here in LA. Why do I bring this conversation to you? Because I have a feeling we have not heard the last from Esq Sharon Ranson. All that and more. I'll be right back. Oh my God. Hey, everybody. Hello. Well, it is Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends. That once a month but we get together, it comes around so very fast, but I'm glad to be here with you. If you're listening in on, you catch us over while we're live over on YouTube, be sure to hit the permission button because if you decide that you want to comment, I want to bring that comment up on the screen. We want to know who you are. So I'm trusting that everyone is well, fairly well. In spite of all the things that are going on in the world, we are going on and moving forward. So, supposed to be here with Deb. She's not with us today. Some things came up, so we will catch her next month, which is quite all right. It is the holiday weekend, and I have some guests here, and we're going to carry on and have the conversation. The first person, my goodness, I've been knowing this woman for years and years, and just before we went live, I'm mispronouncing her name. It's Quanda R. From the California Crusader, but she does so many different things. She is a creative who adds greatly to the creative circle. We're going to bring her on in a minute. Before I get started, I want to bring to your attention, the schools are about to go into summer session. And sometimes we don't want our kids to just float around, hang out. We don't, and sometimes when we try to get them into a private program that's going to let them learn something, it costs an arm and a leg. So I'm partnering up with the Academy of Pivotal Learning. I'm going to read this so that I don't leave information out. They are an online and in-person school that serves students 4th through 12th grade. And I'm given the opportunity to come and teach podcasting. I've never done it with kids before, but I'm looking forward to it because podcasting it's important that we find our voice, our kids find their voice. And, they're already technically savvy. So let's channel some of that energy into podcasting. You can do this. If I can do it, they can do it also. So if you're interested, you want your kids to be a part of the Academy of Pivotal Learning, their summer session, go on over to their website, aplhomeschool.org, aplhomeschool.org. Take a look at what they're offering for this summer, and it's probably going to be a good idea to get your kid in there. After we had this long thing with COVID, some kids really need that extra push. And where the way we used to be able to be out in Floyd Joy and do our thing all summer long, it seems that, to keep our kids up to speed, we're really going to have to do those extra things, which is okay, fine. So just want you to know, aplhomeschool.org, Academy of Pivotal Learning. I know that they're going to offer podcasting to the students and some other classes I'm not sure of. Don't quote me. That's why I'm telling you, aplhomeschool.org. So today's guest, Quanda R. Graves from the California Crusader. Let me bring her on, okay? Bring her on into the stream. Hey, how are ya?
I am good. Thank you. How are you? It's great to
Oh,
see you.
I have, it's been a while since we got together.
Yes.
And I think it was the California Crusader that brought us together, right?
Yes.
Thomas Bodie?
Yep. Thomas Bodie. That's our buddy.
Uns-
Our buddy.
yeah, unstoppable Thomas Bodie. We giving you a shout out, brother.
Yes.
Giving you a shout out,
Him
man.
and Odell, actually.
Yes, yes. Oh, him and Dale Wolfgang. What is his quote? What is Wolfgang
Wolfgang
Amadeus?
Amadeus.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. Excellent sound man. So can't break up the crew. Can't
Nope.
break up the crew. But you know what? You're here today because you did a stellar interview with someone who's running for office. It caught my eye. It led me to think about some other things. So, in a minute, we're going to dive into that. I'd like to get more information. How did you feel giving that interview? Give some background. But first of all, introduce yourself. Let everybody know because you are much more than a journalist. You do a lot for this world, in this world. And help me make sure that I pronounce your name correctly once more and again.
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Margo. I appreciate it. And it's wonderful to see you. You look absolutely amazing.
Girl, you
Um,
too.
so the introduction for me, I mean, let's make it easy. I am Quanda, middle initial R, last name Graves, better known by my pseudonym Until. I am a poet. I am an author. I'm a business owner, a journalist, which is for California Crusader newspaper. But I also have my own YouTube channel that I just relaunched on my birthday, which was May 23rd. And it's called Until TV. And the first video that I relaunched with was with Sharon Ranson.
That's the one that caught my eye. Wow. And what a way to start. What a way to get out the gate. It's just completely amazing. We have one other guest who's going to join us later. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to understand, how did you get that? How did you capture that interview? And give us some backstory on Sharon Esquire Ransom, because these big elections are coming up here in LA County. And I did not know of this lady, but after you brought her on, I was able to do some research, and I like what I see. So take it away. Let us, Quanda, let us take us inside.
The wonderful thing about this, as we were just shouting out Thomas Bodie, he actually brought it to my attention. He called me and he was like, "Hey, I was wondering, are you interested?" Because I had took a hiatus from doing interviews for a while, so I could get a QS Simple Treasures and Greetings LLC, which is my business. And then I decided to start back, but I wasn't sure how I was going to re-enter. And he brought her to me. He was like, "I have this friend. Her name is Sharon Ransom. She's an Esquire and she's running for judge." And I was like, "What? She's running for judge?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "African American?" He was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, he said, "You're interested, right?" I said, "Of course I am." Most definitely, because it's not, I remember at this time, it's not most often that we know when the judge voting is happening, right?
Yeah.
Not, I won't say all, but a lot of African Americans, we never used to vote because we didn't believe that our vote mattered. So when you find something like this, it encourages you, right? Like Barack Obama, whether people agreed with his presidency or not, the thing is, he got people to vote just by running. It was
Yeah.
just running alone, knowing that there was a chance, that made the difference in the whole wide world, that alone. And so when he did become president, it said that we matter. We can have a seat at the table if you want to sit at their table. And so now when you see someone like look like us run in situations like that, it sparks your mind, it inspires you, it encourages you, it motivates you to make you push and get in a seat. So I jumped on it and I gave her a call, and it took us a while to actually set up the interview because her schedule is difficult and she is a one woman band.
Wow. Are you
So
kidding me?
I kid you not. She is the one that is, I mean, she has her support tribe, which is her family, of course. But as far as outside of her family, that's really basically it. And so ever since the video, what I have been amazed by is I've had friends, my friends, call me and say, oh my God, give her my number. I want to help in any way that I can. So she's basically been building a team so far. There's a young lady, we love you, Frankie. She's offered her services, bodyguard. We have another lady who's offered to help in any way that she can. I've had people that will wake me up with a text and said, hey, I voted for her. Because of your video, I found her inspiring. I found her empowering. I voted for her. Tell her if she needs my help. Let her know. So I've just been actually texting her. Usually, when you interview somebody, that's kind of like the end of it, right? You kind of like, hey, bye. I haven't been able to let her go because some people are going through me to get to her. But what's great about her in the video, when people can go check it out, it's at Until TV YouTube channel, Quanda Graves. She is a breast cancer survivor. She's a single mom. She's a lawyer and been a lawyer for 17 years. And that's not even what she wanted to do.
Wow.
She everything that happened to her is by chance. Like, so somebody came and spoke at her school and they talked about criminal law and it sparked her interest, but she still didn't jump on her interest. She went on about her life. And then she graduated high school, got a job, had a kid, was like, whatever. And then she decided to go to school in an adult, in an adult way. So after that, that's when she was like, okay. And she ended up having breast cancer. And she said to the Lord, if you let me live through this, I'll do something meaningful with my life. And lawyer she became. And I said, well, once you became a lawyer, did you choose to say like, oh, I'm going to be a judge? And she's like, no. She said it kind of just happened along the way. So her journey has really been along the way, these decisions. She volunteers for a team program that helps they seal students' records that already have a record. If they go through this program, they can seal the record, which gives them a second chance. She volunteers for another program for that was for like adult, like youth, young adults, but lower than that, like in elementary, it's a program that she volunteers for that teaches the youth about law. Wow. Teach them about, and so she's very interested in that. And I asked her if she had a specific like area they'd like to put her in once she become judge, because we're claiming it, right?
Yeah.
She really wants to be in juvenile court. She'll be wherever they place her, and she'll try and make a change and spark wherever she can, but she would prefer to live in juvenile court. And as we all know, that's probably where we need to begin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So.
That it was quite inspiring to listen to her and to watch her. And she talked about the back to back to back, how tight her schedule is. I had no idea. The woman is a one-person band.
Yes, I had no idea either. And when Thomas told me that, it made me want to interview her more, because I feel like a lot of our circle, like Margo, you're in our circle. We all are doing our own thing and we don't get a chance to hang out. But basically, you, Thomas, myself, Odell, all of us are like one woman bands, one man band. And so it was nice to see somebody doing such a prominent thing and you're a one woman band. Like, what? Really? I want to talk to you about that. And it's been wonderful ever since I've posted the video.
Oh my goodness.
I would never expected this. I didn't foresee this, but people were inspired by her. They really enjoyed the video. They really enjoyed her essence. Like I did too. I was blown away by her. She was so calm and she was cool and very likable and relatable. And she had no problems with answering. As you saw the video, she had no problem with answering the questions. And she's just very, she has a charismatic way about herself, even though it's not elaborate. She's like, I told her, I said, you're quietly powerful.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love the fact that you ask her what about a fear, and this really put something on my mind. And Tiffany Lauderdale says, "Hello, wonderful ones." She said something. You asked her about her fear, and she said that one of the fears was that people won't know who she is. Girl, my mind went on, and that's why I said, I have to get this interview. We have to do this. This live stream has to happen. And it made me wonder about the rest of us. If this woman is ready to go ahead and put it all on the line, I mean, she's putting her life out there. She's
Yes,
putting everything out there so that she can run for a position she's not guaranteed. And we always want, I'll do it when I know that it's going to come to fruition. I'll
exactly.
do it when I'm sure about it. I'll do it when I. And I thought, she's just throwing it all out there. And now that you say she's a one man band, oh my God, she definitely got my vote. Most definitely.
And Margo, that was what I was most impressed with, to want to do it. See,
Yes.
we don't always want to push to our biggest potential, right? We
Mm-hmm.
don't always do our excellence, right? We don't always tap into our genius and move forward.
That's
And so
right.
for her to even want to do that I don't think people understand the magnitude of wanting to do,
Oh
right?
girl, you about to make me go into something
Because
here.
we want to do all
Oh,
kinds of things, and those things are like most fun and pleasurable and satisfaction to us. But she
yeah.
wants to do something that is beneficial to the world, that will make a difference in the world, that will inspire, that will encourage. And she doesn't set out like, she has no ego. There's none of that. She is basically hoping that once she get on the seat, the Lord will probably bless her with the way that she approaches things to be able to spark change, to be able to, inspire and make people want to do
Yes.
something. Because judges, uh, like in the article that I wrote for her, I had did some research and I was looking at a lot of her stuff, and it said out of 600 judges, there's only 5% African American females.
I believe
That's
it.
not a lot. You
No.
know what I mean? And so for her to want to add to that,
No.
let's not be coy. Look what comes with being a judge. I mean, there's a lot, and the process is grueling. I laughed about it with her in regard to the 75 references that you need.
Oh
Um,
my God.
but we won't even talk about like the whole process of it all, like just
Mm-mm.
what they have to go through in order to be able to become a judge. And this has nothing to do with running your campaign to hope to get votes to be able to get the judge seat. You know what I mean? So she has a
And
lot on her plate.
we want to lay back and give up a bunch of excuses why we can't become an entrepreneur, why we can't do something right now today. And she's literally walking on a limb.
Mhm.
And I know I'm not going to fall. I'm going to keep moving. I have to do this. The
Walking out of faith.
inspiration. Yeah. It,
Hmm.
it was amazing. I thought, who is this lady? Where did she come from? She's running in LA. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Yes. And you know what? What you're saying is what I've been getting the whole time. She's inspirational. She inspired me. She's empowering. They was like, oh my God, I really like her. She's
Yeah.
from Los Angeles. She looks like us. Like it's
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And then on top of that, she's a softball player.
Oh,
And
oh, oh,
I
oh,
like her even
oh,
more because she likes waffles.
oh. Now, see, I like the kind of people that let you have an interview and really give you a interview. They're not all this foo-foo, lip popping. Oh, I have to be proper, or else I might say the wrong thing. Girl,
Real
she let
people
you know.
interviews.
There you go. That's what people are looking for. All the ums and the ahs and the coughs and the I like softball and my dog, his name is Rover, and I love him like I love my kid. We like stuff like that.
We do.
We
We're
can
intelligent
connect with
people. We
that.
want we want to hear. We want to know the people's soul.
Yeah.
We want to get to know their essence, their spirit, what they bring to the table.
Hey.
I decided to vote for her after that interview. I didn't
Yeah.
know her. I got to know her. And if you notice, my interview ran a little long. I think it's like 24 minutes. But I
Hmm.
wanted, because that was new to me, and I knew it would be new to the people that would see it because they didn't know her, right? I'm bringing her to my audience. It was getting a feel for her
Yeah.
before you decided to understand like why she running, why should you vote for her. That's usually how people start off, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to get to know Sharon as a person. She's a single mother. She's a breast cancer survivor. She's somebody that really she didn't have her life all together at the beginning. She didn't go straight out of college from high school. This is your regular person with extraordinary talent to do something. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
it's like she wanted to let you know that if I can do it, you can do it too. And
Quanda, you did a bang up job on that interview. I'm telling you, it caught my attention. I didn't even care how long it was. It was like she is bringing to life this woman that the world needs, that LA needs to know. If we can vote for her, then we need to. It was amazing to me. I'm not surprised because of your skill level of skill, but I am just grateful that you were given the opportunity. Once again, Thomas Bodie.
thank you, Tom.
Man, you are the man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're gonna shout your name forever and again. But
Thank
you
you so
know,
much, Margo.
I,
It was different for me because I was a little rusty. I haven't interviewed in a couple of years actually. So it was like really different. She was the second interview in the queue, but we put her first.
yes,
The next one that's coming will be most definitely as jaw dropping as her. But it was for her to be comfortable with me and allow me. I was very grateful. So
yeah,
yeah, she's really great. And I thank you so much for saying so. That was another thing I was getting with friends. Like, Quanda, you did an amazing job. I'm glad to have known her. I didn't even know that it was time to vote for judges. I was getting that. They were like, when can I vote? What's
yeah,
the last day to vote? I'm like, June 7th, go to the ballots. You can go to the ballots. I was like, mail in your ballots. Um, I was like, she's, voting for judge, seat 60, Los Angeles County Superior Court. I said she's the judge candidacy for that, seat 60, 60. And so they're like, okay. And this, if we being honest, I'm not like I'm not most political savvy, but I
gotcha.
will look it up. And if I find something quite interesting, because I consider myself to be intellectual, of course, things, I can't be superficial. Like I need more. I need things that feed my soul, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm always wanting to feed people's soul just the same way. I want to be inspired. I like to inspire. And you can't do that if you're not open to receive beautiful, smart, intelligent creativity of things. And so
Man.
that's how I see it.
Well, you took it on, and I say, wow, wow, wow. Tiffany Lauderdale, thank you for joining us. You are another wonderful one. Let it be known. You're going to have to come on, Tiffany. You and those marvelous lip colors that you present to us.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, she's the
fun.
woman. Tiffany Lauderdale is no joke. But you know what? Waiting in the wings is Denise Estelle. Okay, can you stay on with us,
I
Quandra?
sure can.
Quanda?
I sure
Okay.
can.
All right, let's bring Denise Estelle on.
Woo!
Denise, woo, 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 woo. And you know what? Let me see how I can make this. No, I don't like that. How can I make this? Is everybody okay with the setup like this?
Whatever you
Okay.
want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just want us all in the picture. Hey, Denise Estelle. Quanda R. Graves. I know that you in the studio and you heard our conversation. She gave a jam up, professional, wonderful, eye-opening interview with Esq Sharon Ranson, and she's running for a judgeship. My last thought on this judgeship thing is that we oftentimes don't even know the judges. We don't know who the heck to vote for. Is it eeny, meeny, miny, mo? And the way the world is going, we can't even afford to do that anymore. We got to know who our vote is going towards.
And some
So
of our own kind can't afford like big campaigns like others can.
you're right.
So, and that's why sometimes we are not aware of who's running, right?
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
sometimes we have to push a little bit more too. We have to do our due diligence and go find out what's going on. Go see.
But we can't do it unless people like you bring them to us. And Denise, I'm going to get into you and why you're here because you're bringing a very important event to us today also. But I just want to make sure that we pay homage to the California Crusader newspaper because Meg Roy, I had the honor of meeting her, working with her on a small scale. And if we can always count on them and what is it, Tavis Smiley's
Mm-hmm.
station,
Yeah.
we can,
KBLA, KTBL,
yeah,
I think, or
we we
KBLA.
got to support Tavis Smiley's station and the California Crusader newspaper, and for journalists such as yourself to come and show us what's going on. we need that. We need that so very badly. So thank you, thank you. Vicky, thank you for keeping the newspaper going. Once again, Thomas Bodie. My goodness, we could just go on and on and on. And the newspaper, it used to be tangible, but now it's all online. Correct?
It's still tangible. It's
Oh,
still tangible. Thomas has them everywhere, but they can always get it digitally downloaded in their email.
okay, because I was going to
That's
say, man, wait a minute, I'm over here in Gardena. I haven't seen any over in my neighborhood.
Oh, we need to talk to Thomas then.
Well, I'm telling you, wait a minute, I'm going to see whether or not we can get some dropped off at my church. Hey, I'm just putting it all out there.
Article coming, and trust me, especially for me. Oh, it's a few coming. Oh, the Lord, y'all gonna be so happy.
Well, I tell you what, you say that there is another hot interview that's coming up that we need to be made aware of. So I do
on the exclusive for Margo.
Well, do that, please. And if it comes up before, well, it's going to come up before the month, we're going to have to do it before the next brunch. Let me know, and we'll come on with a special presentation of it. Okay. Because
I'll give you the name. Richard Hunt.
Oh, really?
Richard Hunt. And people will not know him, but they will be sad when they find out and they do research and they find out who he is. They'll be wondering why they didn't know. Same for me. Same for me.
See, I just heard the name, but I haven't researched. Okay, we're going to hold it right there. Hold us all in suspense and intrigue. You're going to bring that story. Until TV. Quanda, I thank you. Quanda R. Graves, you are, wow, what you brought to the community is awesome. Thank you. A million thanks. Really and truly. Man. And Tiffany, thank you for hanging with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, here we are. Honor thy father. Denise Estelle. Fathers, it's been said that dads get the bad end of the stick. They don't get the pub. They don't get the recognition that they are supposed to get. And I kind of believe that. I didn't always believe that. I had a perfect dad. But I tell you, when I look around at what's going on, my grandson has a dad that is just totally amazing. And I'm so proud of him. So honor thy father, Denise Estelle. Come on and tell us what this event is about. It's not a new event. So bring us up to speed. Take us where, let us give us the dates, the times, everything. Feed us, Denise.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Yes.
And Margo, you look absolutely lovely. I haven't seen you in person without your locks.
I know, you're right.
And I'm considering cutting mine off. Wow. So I just wanted to let you know you look absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
And Anna, every now and then I can see someone's aura and I can see yours. I can actually see your light.
Oh my gosh.
And so, yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that. So,
wait a minute. That's a good thing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm in a good place.
Pictures of Jesus and they have the halo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I see on her. And every now and then I can see someone, with the energy, the halo.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am in a good place. I really am. I am in an excellent, stellar place. Tiffany is just hanging with us. Thank you, Tiffany. But Denise,
yes,
take us to honor thy father. I had a chance to MC it one year, and it made my jaw drop. The emotion and the sincerity and the men that were honored, you could tell it was their day and they were so happy. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, it's an amazing event. Actually, coming into 2022, we weren't sure if we were going to do it because of the quote unquote pandemic, making a left turn, right turn, up, down. So we didn't really know. And then around March, I had people calling me, asking me if I was going to do it. And I said, well, let me get back to you. And I still wasn't sure because we hadn't had the opportunity to galvanize, sponsorship in that late stage. And so God just kind of whispered, do it. And so we got the opportunity to, we were introduced to the Juneteenth festival. And so, matter of fact, it was James Burks who brought it to my attention first. And then Andre Parvenu said, why don't you have it at the Juneteenth celebration, which is on the same day as Father's Day? And I said, yeah, that's a great idea. But the thing about it is, Honor Thy Father is generally a sit-down awards dinner, where families are coming together and they're sitting down and honoring the fathers and the mentors. But this time, for the very first time, we're doing it outside on stage.
Oh, wow.
And we have 50 minutes to do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we got 50 minutes to do it. So basically, we're going to acknowledge 7 fathers that are pre-registered before the 19th. And by the way, we still have space for additional fathers. So if you know of a good father, a mentor, an uncle, somebody that's instrumental in their family's life, we're still open to receiving.
Denise, I have a quick question. Do they have to live locally here, local in LA?
To participate, they would have to be at the park on Juneteenth. Yeah. So that's number one. And if they want to participate and they're out of state, it's doable, but it wouldn't happen on Father's Day. Mm-hmm. They would be honoring their fathers on our website via Words from the Heart. And so that gives family and friends the opportunity to go to our website and see the tribute made to that particular honoree.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to start by telling you about the birth of Honor Thy Father, because it's really heartwarming. And generally people think because I produce the Honor Thy Father Awards, I had an amazing relationship with my dad, but that was not the case. It was actually a lemon kind of situation, and I turned it into lemonade. And it takes about 15 minutes, but I'm going to tell it in 5.
Okay.
I came from a single parent household, me, my sister, and my mother. And my sister's like 3 years younger than me. And around 4 or 5, I began to notice that her father, this man, was picking her up every other weekend. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't articulate it, but I didn't feel good about it. Well, it was a kind of feeling good because my sister was going off, and whenever he'd bring her home, she'd have toys, brand new toys and clothes. And she'd be happy because she had spent time with her dad's side of the family, and nobody was picking me up. And so when he would bring her home with the clothes and the toys, I felt as if a part of me was being chiseled, like a part of me was, I want to say it was a negative part of me because no one was doing that for me. Mm-hmm. And so a couple of years had continued to go by, and he was still doing the same thing, the routine, picking up my sister. And one particular day, this man comes to the door in a uniform, and he wants to talk to my mom. And so he comes in, he talks to my mom. He doesn't spend any time or looking at me or anything. So he spends like 5 minutes talking to my mother, and then he leaves. And as he's walking down the stairs, my mother said, "That's your father." And so that's the only memory I have of my father, him coming to talk to my mom for 5 minutes and leaving. And then shortly after that, when my sister's father came to pick her up, he spent an extended amount of time with my mother. Ordinarily, he'd just pick her up and leave. But this time he spent some time talking to my mom. And then I was in the room on the floor playing with my Barbie doll. And so my mother comes in, and so she said, "Do you want to go with Denise and Charles?" And they never asked me that before. And I said, "Yes." And my mother put my clothes in a paper bag, and I went with my sister and her dad. And then it was amazing. And then the next time he picked her up, he asked if I could go. And I went, And when he bought her clothes, he bought me clothes. When he bought her toys, he bought me toys. And little did I know, when that first time he asked my mother, when she came in the room and asked if I could go with Charles and Brenda, that was the day that my sister's father became my father.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was amazing because I got a chance to see the interaction. So that was the seed that was planted. And as I got older, I would see fathers with their children on the street. And I'd be so excited. I want to just run and hug them and say, thank you for being there for your child. And so I was working with the BBA at the time with Skip Cooper. And, they have their annual awards dinner. And I said, that's what I'll do. I'll honor fathers. So that was the birth of Honor Thy Father.
That's really neat.
What a story.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
And so we've been around for 20 years, honoring fathers and male mentors. And we all know that we make a really big deal out of Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. But Father's Day is like, I understand it's number 20 on the list of holidays that we have. There's Christmas and then there's Mother's Day. And Halloween even comes before Father's Day.
That is a shame. Halloween trumps Father's Day. That is terrible.
So Honor Thy Father is so heartwarming because it's for those families that want to honor their husband, their father, their mentor. And so what's so special about our awards dinner is we make it an element of surprise. We encourage the family not to let the honoree know that he's being honored. We just say, tell him you're taking him out to dinner. And then when he gets to the Honor Thy Father awards, that's when he finds out he's being honored.
Wow. Mm.
And Margo, it is so heartwarming. You've been there, so you've seen. Yeah, it's just so heartwarming, so beautiful.
It almost brings you to tears.
Yeah, it really does. And what we do, and this is like our brand, we have a portion called Words from the Heart. So unbeknownst to the honoree, we tape friends and family talking about what he means to them. For example, if I'm honoring my dad and I'm participating in the Words from the Heart, I'll look into the camera and I'll go, Dad, remember the time I kept falling off my bike and you kept picking me up? But Dad, you're here today when I fall. You're here to pick me up. Dad, I love you so much. Wow. Happy Father's Day. And we present that at the awards dinner for everybody to see on the big screen, unbeknownst to the honorees. And that's when the tears start coming down.
Have you found that when people are able to pay homage to their loved one, and I love what Tiffany said, she says powerful as you told your story. And indeed, your story was very powerful. And then she says, there are so many great fathers and they should be celebrated too. We have to agree with you, Tiffany. They have to be celebrated also. But I'm wondering, in the face of COVID, what do you think? Do you think that being able to speak to that mentor, that grandfather, that dad, that stepfather that plays such a part in our lives, when we pay homage to that person, that offers a piece of healing to us also, would you say? Have you seen that take place?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It gives the family the opportunity to go inside of themselves and remember the connection that they have with the honoree, because generally speaking, we'll buy the honoree a shirt or tie or take them out to dinner. But the words from the heart, you got to go inside and dig, and you go, oh, wow, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I remember that about Dad. So you unearth some beautiful memories, and it's just so heartwarming, not just for the father, but for the honorees, all of the honorees and the families that are there.
And it reminds us that as Tiffany says, there are great fathers and father figures out there. And here it is, 2022. We can't forget these folks. Men want to be seen and heard also, you know? We can't
Yes.
forget that. That means a lot to them. So before we go any further, will you be sure to tell us what day? Oh, I love your cup also.
Oh,
Will
thank
you
you.
tell us what day, when, and where the event is taking place? Just remind us.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's on Father's Day, which happens to be on Juneteenth. So this is a double celebration.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to take place in Lamert Park on the stage. And in addition to the pre-selected honorees, we're going to select 30 men that are attending the Juneteenth Festival. We're going to have a team going through the audience, finding fathers and putting them on the list. We can accommodate 30 fathers. We're going to get their names and how many children they have. And somebody might say, well, you signed him up. Now he's a father, but he hasn't seen his kids in 10 years. Now, that could be true. But for the fact that he signed his name, that means that inside of him, he knows that he is a biological father.
Wow.
Yeah. So what we're doing is with that particular area of honoring the fathers that aren't active, we want them to leave differently than the way they came into the park. Mm-hmm. If they came into the park round-shouldered, we want them to leave the Juneteenth Festival, the Honor Thy Father Awards, with their shoulders back. And they may go to a cell phone and call their family because we've invoked something in them, the spark in them, the biology in them that know that they have, children that they need to connect to.
Wow. That's powerful. Nothing just happens. I think that, this is a complete different 360 from the way that you've been honoring the fathers, but there must be a reason why you're doing it this way. And to include the fathers who are not at those good old fathers that we would think of, I think that's amazing. What a thought, because I would have excluded those folks, those men.
Right.
But who am I to do that? You know what I'm saying? And to spark some kind of a connection again for a man and give them the courage to call their kids, at least leave them, you never know, leave a message. Ooh, this is something. Now, I'm listening, Juneteenth. Some people may not know exactly what day that is. Give us the exact calendar date, please.
Oh, that's June the 19th. Okay. June the 19th, Sunday. Mm-hmm. Sunday, June the 19th.
Some people may need that fine detail.
Yes. So. Let me give you my number. I have a new number. It's 310-507-15. What is it? 1572. It's a new number. Mm-hmm. And they can call to get information.
You're giving that out to so that they can get information?
Yes. If they want to honor their dad, their husband, their mentor. Even if they'd like to be of service and work with us and volunteer on that day, that would be awesome as well. Or if they want to inquire for next year, they may want to do that as well, because next year we foresee the sit-down awards dinner.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bottom so that we can get that up. And that should be showing in a minute here. You ladies are amazing. What can I say? I know it's going to be a good show. And it's something how conversations just come up. Both of these conversations just came up out of the blue. And I thought, okay, this is what's supposed to happen this month, So I want to thank both of you ladies. And we have about 15 minutes, which is a lot of time, but I want to make sure that everybody's clear. Quanda, be sure to let us know where to find Untitled TV. Where do we find, and especially that your interview with the Esq Ranson. Where do we find that? I want everybody to be able to take a listen.
Sure, they can go to youtube.com and just type in Quanda R. Graves or Sharon Ransom. It'll come right up, or just type in Untitled TV. that will come up. They can also go to my website. I'll be changing the website tonight where I'll be adding the interviews there. The website is untilnomore.net. That's UNTILNOMORE.net.
Oh, wait a minute. You giving that off kind of fast. Come on now. UNTI.
So it's untilnomore.net.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure that I get that over here.
When they get to the website, you'll see everything. It's under my moniker, which is QS Simple Treasures and Greetings LLC. That's my business. That's
okay.
Where I have all my books and tea and greeting cards and all, and you can see everything that I do. Everything that I do is on my website.
Got you. Okay. And Denise Estelle,
Yes.
give us one more time. Tell us when and where. And can, in these last few minutes, is it okay with both of you ladies if we talk about Juneteenth?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and give us some information until nomore.net. I have that up. And give us the date and the time, because we don't want somebody there at 2 a.m. thinking, hey, the Juneteenth celebration, honor that father. They said it's going to be over here. So give us an idea about time and that type of thing.
Okay, that's a very good question. The Juneteenth celebration festival is at 10 a.m. on June the 19th from 10 to 7 p.m.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's quite a few hours to have fun. Now, I went, I think it was like 2 years ago, and it was over. I've never seen so many people in Leimert Park. It was like a swarm of people. And actually this year, they are expecting between 5,000 and 10,000 people.
So people better try to take public transportation, because you know what? That parking over there in Leimert Park now is very dicey.
Right. And with that being said, I understand they're blocking. Also Juneteenth is Saturday. It's being celebrated Saturday and Sunday at Leimert Park. Okay. And they're blocking off the street from Vernon and Crenshaw to Stocker and Crenshaw.
Really?
Yeah. So there's going to be festivities on Crenshaw Boulevard in that area. And also from 11th Avenue in Vernon, it goes north all the way to the McDonald's going west.
Wow.
Well, that's going to knock out some of them usual parking places, because that one on Stocker, I usually park over there by the old, what is that building? But I guess that's out of the question.
I usually park on the street of McDonald's. So.
Yeah, see?
Oh, right.
Wow. I guess they said not you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So we know that the parking is going to be an issue. So be prepared to walk, take public transportation. Any idea? And Saturday and Sunday for the Juneteenth celebration. Honor thy father. That's on Sunday. Any idea about when that's going to start?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It starts at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, from 2 to 3 p.m. And it's going to be on the main stage.
Gotcha. Wow.
That's a beautiful ceremony that you have put together. I think that's wonderful. And
thank you. Yes.
Psychology. Because sometimes hitting someone on the head about something doesn't work. So sometimes you have to try a different approach. And so, like you said, when you guys select 30 men out of the crowd, and they put themselves
down.
Psychology. It's like, well, I want to put myself down because I know I am a father and I want to do the right thing and I want to be acknowledged for that. So maybe I should change some things. And sometimes all it helps is for someone to be around someone who is actually doing that. Yeah. And then a spark change to say, well, maybe I should change how I'm doing.
Yeah. So yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. I'd like to say this, if I may. One year, a mother wanted to honor her son, and her son had just got married. He had been married for a year and a half. They had a newborn, and in the mother's eyes, the son was absolutely perfect. Right after she honored her son, maybe 2 weeks later, she got a call from her daughter-in-law, who informed her that her son had not been coming home from work. He had been hanging out with his homeboys, but after he had been honored, he started coming home.
Oh my goodness.
And he started spending time with her and the baby, unbeknownst to the mother. So saying that to say at the Honor Thy Father Awards, it evoked something in him. When he was honored, when he was recognized for being a good father, it evoked something in him. And so that's what we want to do on Juneteenth with those 30 fathers. We want to evoke something in them. I'm going to say a declaration that's going to be really empowering. And if they're in agreement, they're going to step forward. And when they step forward, everybody can clap, applaud them for being in agreement with what I'm about to tell, what I'm telling them right there. So
inspiring people.
Yeah, inspiring, empowering
to want to change, encourage.
Exactly.
Because we need that right now.
We do.
Girl, we do. Yes.
It's hurting a little bit in certain structural areas. We need structure. We need togetherness. We need unity. We need in their situations and say, hey, this is not working out. I need to do better. And if I do better here, that will spark somebody else over there. And then it just starts to be a trickle effect. So what a wonderful job, Denise.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. And the reality is when you heal families, you heal communities.
That's true.
Yes. And so that's the bigger scope. That's what we're doing.
That's true.
One family at a time.
Yeah. No family left behind.
That's it. Oh my goodness. That's it. We usually have something huge at our church for the men. And that's why but I'm looking at that time and I'm thinking, wow, right after church, I'm going to have my clothes in the car so I can scoot on over there to Lamert Park because I don't want to miss this. This was going to be something. I think it's going to be historical.
And, It is. It really, really is. Yeah.
Well, you know what, ladies, we have a few minutes and this question is just burning and I have to ask it. What do you ladies think about good old Walmart pulling that Juneteenth ice cream? That ice cream. What y'all think about that? Oh my God.
Okay, now you guys probably are not going to agree with me with this, but who I am is I try and see the silver lining of every class, right? And I think that people try. They are trying to celebrate us and don't know how. There's no proper protocol. There's no one in the boardroom or the room who comes up with these ideas to say, no, I don't think that's really a good idea. But let's think of other ways that we can celebrate them. So I think sometimes companies are really, really trying to throw us in the basket and try and say, okay, we want to celebrate you guys too, but they really don't have an idea. So their ignorance comes off as arrogant and cocky, and then you knew better, take it off the shelves. So that's how I see it. Now, it all depends on how they've been looked at in the past. That's what you have to look at. That's what I think you have to look at in terms of when they do something.
That is the broader picture.
Yes. Well, I must admit, I am totally unaware of this Walmart and the ice cream thing. I rarely look at TV. Rarely. So
I can understand why.
I'm not missing anything.
No, you ain't missing nothing.
We're on the right path. We need to follow your path, actually.
Well, there was so much buzz about it until I think a couple of days had gone by, maybe 3 or 4 days had gone by before I just researched it. Well, what is this all about, and what's the big hoopla about it? And then I thought, well, hey, I'm just going to ask the ladies today because, whatever.
So Denise, what happened was, in order for them to for them celebrating Juneteenth, they put an ice cream on the show celebrating Juneteenth, and the ice cream just had Juneteenth fixtures and
cheesecake flavor and something else mixed together.
So social media ripped them a very new one and was like, "How dare you? This is not not really appropriate. You shouldn't be, this doesn't represent us, basically." And so they pulled it off the shelves.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar.
But maybe it does. I mean, on the other hand, have we heard from the people that say, hey, I like what was it, red velvet cheesecake or something like that. These are flavors from our culture. Maybe someone will say, well, you know what? I would have bought a pint of it. I don't know. Just wondering.
Mm.
I often wonder, Margo, I have a question for you. So I often wonder when they try to do things like this, like for Black History Month, and because a lot of times African Americans are talking about how we're not celebrated, we're not in the room, we don't get to do this, we don't get to do that, nobody's thinking about us. And when they try, it's like, well, this isn't right. And it's like, no, I'm not saying we should accept any and everything. I'm not saying that because we've done enough of that, right? So it's time to speak up and say, like, hey, this isn't, and take this off. But what do we do about that? So if we want them to celebrate us, if we want them to, what do we do? What's the strategy to try and get them to?
Well, I would say their strategy should be to include us in the decision-making process.
Hey, that's my thought as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Put somebody in a room who know better.
That's right. That's right.
And listen and be ready to dedicate those dollars towards the suggestion. Let us into the boardrooms,
That's right.
Let us into the diversity and inclusion departments.
Yes.
Yeah. And give us these contracts. Give us these contracts.
That's true.
I
find that we're throwing around DEI lately, diversity, equity, and inclusion. But at my job, we are learning that people, they say these words, but they don't actually know what it means. They don't know how to apply it, and they don't know how to approach it.
It's going to take some time because we've been on the back burner for so long,
And what we learn is what they think diversity is. So you can have like a Caucasian board full of white males, but you say you need diversity, so they bring in a white. And I'm like, that's not diversity.
That's not diversity.
That's not diversity. Just because you added a woman doesn't mean that that's diversity. It means you need color in the room, and not just African American color. You need Indian. You need
right.
You need an assortment.
Exactly.
Y'all need an overhaul. Y'all need an overhaul.
They really do.
Overhaul. That's the word for the day. Overhaul. That's the truth.
We're not going to get anywhere without it. We're not, and people have found their voice, and they're not going to be quiet. So I'm looking at the time, and I've had so much fun. I'm going to tell you the truth. This has just been an amazingly wonderful time for me. I learned a lot. It is so good to see you ladies. I mean, I don't think I've seen you ladies since COVID hit.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm loving your gap, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got a gap like me.
Hey,
we come from the same tribe, girl.
Hey.
Own it, sisters. Own it. Hey, it's all about owning that. So,
you guys are beautiful. It's wonderful to see you guys and just be on this call. I really appreciated this. This was fun and intellectually creative and fun.
Yes. Oh man, we're gonna have to do it again. As I told Tiffany Lauderdale, really, I mean, I'm opening this up to everybody. Well, hey, because we can just talk. It gives. We have our little sippy sip. Where's my? Yeah, we have a little sippy sip. And
I didn't know we were bringing out fabulous cups.
Hey, that's all right. Next time.
Tell me.
Yeah, next time. But this lets people understand us in another light. People see us one way or two ways or three ways, but we are multifaceted. Why can't we just get together? It's digital, it's virtual, but we can still kick it like we're at the restaurant and just having a mimosa or some water and just talking.
Yes.
We need more of that. Where we can agree to disagree and we can learn from each other.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to do it again, most definitely.
Yeah. I had my birthday. I just wanted to say I had my birthday on Zoom. I had a virtual birthday party.
Did you
We
really?
were dancing.
What?
We had our wine and whatever we were sipping on, and we were dancing. The music was talking. Oh, we had a real good time.
Hey.
December 18th, 2021.
Hey,
Wow.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Mine was Monday.
Oh, happy belated birthday to you.
For real, for real. Well, I'm not until November, so all is well, all is well.
We
Yes.
have to come back and
But
celebrate you, Margo.
well, hey, it's okay. It's okay. If we maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I
Mhm.
just love doing this. I just love this podcasting thing, and I love the technology that lets us get together and present ourselves. We don't have to do, as my mama used to say, lip popping. We can be ourselves and just share with the world. This is thrilling. It's a great time to be alive. It really is. So
Yeah, you know what? I'd like to also say that I love this platform. I love,
StreamYard.
love this platform. You didn't have to pre-register.
Mm-mm.
It's flawless. It's beautiful. It's nice, real
Yeah.
nice.
Easy to get on and
User
yeah.
friendly for real.
And because I know that a lot of people came with Zoom, but there was always that element of the competition. This is some of the competition and it's doing what it's made to do. So it's really quite wonderful. It really, really is. And this, for the people who didn't catch this episode live, I'm going to bring it back the second Friday of June. So I'll put it up on my podcast. So it's very versatile, this platform.
Oh,
You can,
very good, because I'd like to share it.
okay, I'll put it up on YouTube. So they'll have access to audio and video. That's the beauty of this platform. It really, really is. So, and Until TV, I'm gonna have to make sure I go over there and subscribe. I want to be in
Yes,
on
please do.
everything.
Please do. And don't forget the name, Richard Hunt. Remember, you heard it here.
Yeah,
Richard
for
Hunt.
real. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I want to see you guys' face when you see who he is. I just want to see
Richard Hunt.
Richard Hunt.
Richard Hunt. We can't
Right.
forget him. Yeah, we're gonna have
And the
to.
California you women are, I know you're gonna love them. I
Oh
promise.
wow.
I know you're going to love them.
Well, just give us one clue. One clue. How soon before this drops?
If Thomas says okay, it's gonna be dropped either Friday or Monday. This
Oh,
Friday.
shoot, soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thomas, what you say now? What you say now, Thomas Bodie? I just love that dude. I really do. Him and his, oh my goodness, Odell. But it is 4:02, and I don't want to hold you all over. I appreciate this time. It's been wonderful. I'm going to do an outro, but if you can just hang on 1 minute, I just kind of like to get serve up some dessert and get your feedback before we say arrivederci and until we meet again. Can you hang on just for a minute?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Let me get over here to the outro. I added so much doggone stuff until I'm always over here tinkering. Always. I used to like, oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Man, this was so much fun. And that's what Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends is all about. If you want to be a guest, just email me, Margo at Margo Levette, MARGO at MARGOLOVETT.com. You have something going on that's concerning LA County, an event or something we should know about. Come on, let's talk about it. Tiffany Lauderdale, I meant it. Come on, because you're an entrepreneur and you are an advocate for Black women. I want you to come on. So, what can I say? We're going to see you next time. And I think because Quanda, I'm going to get that name right. Quanda is bringing us something special. You might even see us next week. I don't know. It all depends upon what Until TV is bringing to the table. But in the meantime, everybody stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings, okay? Wear your mask if you need to. Always be aware of your surroundings wherever you are, in your church, the store, your synagogue, wherever you are. If just riding down the freeway, because I want you to join us here next time we're here with Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends. All right? See you later.
Bye.